Habibi, my dear brother and sister. It's impossible. That's why some people, how do they navigate through? By going through alcohol. He said, I forget. When I drink, I forget. Some of those who drink, it's not like they want to drink. They say, but when I drink, I forget. Some will go weed. He said, when I take it, I become high. And then I forgot. I forget everything. Yeah. I sleep. And then when I wake up, I'm done. But we said, God, the one who created you knows you better than yourself. So here we are here in this world. Regardless of how powerful you are. Regardless of how you socially strong, intellectually strong. Wallah, you can't do without God. And likewise, on the day of judgment, we will need God to get salvation. The point I'm trying to make is that self-accountability comes as a result of self-understanding and cognition. Sit somewhere. If you're going through challenges, we all go through our shares of challenges. Reflect on your life. What are my pains? I know sometimes you can't do it alone. If you can't, go through someone else. Because Quran tells us, فَاسْأَلُوا أَهْلَ الذِّكْرِ إِن كُنْتُمْ لَا تَعْلَمُونَ. Ask those who remind, if you do not know. One ayat tells us, تَعَاوَنُوا عَلَى الْبِرِّ وَالتَّقْوَى وَلَا تَعَاوَنُوا عَلَى الْإِثْمِ وَالْعُدْوَانِ. Assist each other when it comes to righteousness. Don't suffer alone, my dear brother and my dear sister. As Islam will not agree to that. Because Imam Jafar tells us, when Allah created us, He leaves everything in our hand. Decide how you want, except one thing. You know what Imam Jafar said? That one thing is to what? Don't belittle yourself. Don't belittle your power. Don't belittle your strength. I know you've reached rock bottom. But Allah, if you're able to pick yourself up, either through yourself or through someone else, you'll be amazed of how productive and creative you'll become. It's not the end of the world. It's not. And so therefore, self-accountability, as Imam Musa al-Kazim tells us, لَيْسَ مِنَّا مَنْ لَمْ يُحَاسِبْ نَفْسَهُ كُلَّ يَوْمٍ. He's not one of us who is unable to engage in self-accountability daily. That's Imam Musa al-Kazim alayhi salam. These are so many faces. One face is that without self-accountability, you cannot claim to be a true lover of Ahlul Bayt. لَيْسَ عَلَى نَهْجِنَا وَلَّمْ يُحَاسِبْ نَفْسَهُ كُلَّ يَوْمٍ. You're not a Shia if you cannot account. Accountability, meaning what? You try, you look at your life. Another meaning, no, of this hadith, self-account, is that self-accountability is equal to sense of responsibility. I need to have sense of responsibility first and foremost to myself. I'm so down, thinking that the entire world is against me. The entire world is breaking apart. I totally agree. It's not easy sometimes. It's cumbersome. But you still have responsibility towards yourself. So you can't write to someone, reach out to someone. One way or the other, somebody will respond. And maybe you just need that audience for you to be able to pick up yourself and keep going. And you know, tradition of the Prophet tells us, Al-khayru ada wa sharru ada. He said, goodness is habit and evilness is habit. Meaning what? When you keep inspiring yourself negative, the end result will be gonna be down. But when you keep inspiring yourself positive, sort of optimistic, you know what I mean? It's gonna happen. So the second meaning is that self-accountability. I need to have this sense of responsibility.
Sure, doesn't mean it's like in our hands.
Ahsantum. At the end of the day, it's in our hand.
But a lot of people turn to other things. You mentioned alcohol, you mentioned weed.
Yeah.
People turn to gambling. But outside of this, even socially, people do other things. So instead of self-accountability, they throw accountability on everyone else. They'll say, I am the way I am because of the influence of these people or the surrounding of these people or the bad education or the bad environment. And I feel that nurture has a role. Absolutely. Like, you know, I may have been raised in a bad environment, for example, but at the end of the day, the self-accountability, an influence, and like it plays a part for sure. But then there's, you know, we're baligh, we're adults, you know, we have the opportunity to do that self-accountability. But what about Sheikh, specifically the role of the family and friends of someone who's in a bad position? So we might have a friend or a family member a spouse, a son, a parent, whatever it is, who's struggling. Okay, or even if they don't know they're struggling, but I see someone who is distant from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. What can I do for them?
No, definitely families cannot be left alone in this regard. It begins with the family and then gets to the community. So let's begin with the family. I think what we need to ask ourselves, Ahmed and Sayyidina, why family? This is very important. And we have deep discussions within the religion of Islam as to the positive roles family can play in the life of an individual family member. First one, family shapes our personal and individual identities. Family is important. Each and every family member, whether extended family, nuclear family, we have role towards that particular family member. Once you spot that a person is going through something, don't wait for the person to come to you. We need to learn from the Prophet. Amir al-Mu'minin described Prophet as Ana tabibun dawarun bitabba. I'm a medical doctor who circulates with his medication. Don't wait for people to come to you. Because I know today in this world of individualism, if you like. No, I don't want to intrude. You've got this mentality. I don't want to intrude in someone's life.
Yeah.
He will find his or her way. No, it's your family member. Charity begins at home, as they say. So first, family shapes our identity. Not only that, we have tradition. That family builds our personalities. And that is why, as you correctly put it, Ahmed, every individual, when it comes to your personality, there are two factors that are influential in our personalities. The first is hereditary. And the second factor is tarbiyah. So al-wiratha and tarbiyah. Wiratha, hereditary. Every child who comes to this world comes with what they call inherited attributes.
Yes.
You inherit something from the father, you inherit something from the mother. Maybe medically related, maybe socially related. One way or the other, we inherit something. That's why I say kids. One family, one mother, one father, same parent if you like. This one behaved this way, that one behaved that way. It's because of the collision of genes.
Yes.
Either from the grandparent or the parent, it happens. But this is what they call, it's not a tamma. It's not a complete cause. It can be changed through tarbiyah, upbringing. But upbringing, first environment is home. Second environment is community. Third environment, school, friend cycle. All these environments are crucial in making our personalities. So family, they've got this to play. The third role, which Quran beautifully mentioned, family is to ensure that they create conducive atmosphere for their family members. Tranquility and school. Sukoon, tranquility, peace of mind is crucial. So therefore, before community, it is the role of a family to ensure that members of their family are taken care of. Baba, look at Islam. If a family doesn't depend on you jurisprudentially, when you have sadaqah or you have zakat, the first person to look after is your family member.
Yeah.
So look at Islam, a holistic way of life. Now, families sometimes may struggle. I know families who really try their level best to reach out to their family members. But they are so limited in whatever they are able to do. This is where the need for the community comes in.